So hey, what's up guys, this is Karthik and welcome back to Code2Learn. So guys, in the previously video we have discussed about what are enumerate methods in Python, and in this video we are going to discuss about time module in Python in deep. So before getting late, make sure that you have liked this video and subscribe to Code2Learn Talks channel. So let's get started. So guys, first of all we have to open a Visual Studio Code and then create a new file, and that file name gonna be timemodule.py as usual. And guys, before writing some codes, we have some knowledge about time module. So guys, basically Python has a module named time to handle time related tasks. To use functions defined in the module, we need to import the module first. So guys, in short, for using the time module we have to import it first. So you have to type import time and then Python interpreter import time module for your task. And guys, after that there are some methods of functions to the which is integrated with the time module. So guys, the first is time.time function. So guys, basically this module, I just mean the time module in Python provides time related functions, and this module comes under Python's standard utility modules. And this time to time method of time module is used to get the time in seconds since epoch. And guys, the handling of leap seconds is platform independent, I just mean depend. And guys, now there is an example. So first we have to import the time module and we have to type seconds, something like this, and then we have to type time dot time, and after that you have to type print seconds, and then if type is equal to comma seconds. Control S to save and run this file. And here you can see guys, the Python interpreter shows me the seconds of the current time. So guys, when I run this file again, so you can see the seconds are changing. And guys, now let's move on to the next method, which is called time.ctime in Python. So guys, this time.ctime function takes second, past, since, epoch as an argument and returns a string representing local time. So guys, now the last one is gonna be time.sleep in Python. So we will type last is equal to time.sleep in Python. So guys, now let's discuss about this time.sleep method in Python. So guys, this sleep function suspends delay execution of the current thread for the given number of seconds. So guys, let's write some codes. So guys, let's copy this comment and then create a new file, and we will type time module2.py and then paste this comment, and let's write a code. So we have to type import time first, and then we have to type print, and then we have to type this is printed immediately. So guys, after that you have to type time dot sleep, and then you have to type 2.0, which is seconds. Or guys, instead of 2.0 we can type 2.4, and then we have to type print, and then we have to type this is. So guys, you can type this is printed after 2.4 seconds. And guys, when we run this file, you can see this is printed immediately and this is printed after 2.4 seconds. So guys, so guys, let me explain the code first. So guys, in this code you can see import time is printed, I just mean is typed, and after that guys you can see print statement is written. So guys, overall this program says the interpreter that you have to print this print statement first, and you have to delay some time, I just mean you have to delay 2.4 seconds, and after that you have to print this command. So guys, you can use this time module as a virtual alarm clock. So guys, I hope you understand this time module. So guys, in the next tutorial we will learn something more about Python. So for that, Bye bye, see you later and take care.